We are so glad that you're back with us here on Media Champions. Today, here on Daily Ad Brief, we are bringing in another subject matter expert that can talk us through marketing and media and just how fast things are changing in this world when it comes to telling your story. Today, we have Kanishka Wanninayaka. Did I say it right, Kanishka?
It's close. Kanishka Wanninayaka.
Kanishka Wanninayaka. Say that three times fast. I'm kidding. Thank you for being on the program. You're with Yamu Media, and what you guys do is so important because you're helping people not only tell their stories, but make their stories last and memorable by being in the right place at the right time. Talk to us about what it is that you do and why you love what you do.
Thank you. We are a performance marketing company for SaaS startups, tech companies. So we try to help SaaS startups that have to capture new markets that are raising their first or second round of funding. Capturing new markets is quite different than your traditional marketing efforts. It requires a lot more data and a lot more testing. That's kind of the focus that we have. And the love for me came from when I was 13. My mom had a business back in Dubai, and that business she hired a marketing agency that didn't really do everything that they needed to do, and that got me frustrated. And I figured out how to run on Reddit and YouTube and Google and figure it out myself. And I fell in love with the data piece. Especially with what's possible on the internet today. You can capture every single interaction a user has with content, with sites, with brands, with products, and you can assess them, assess that behavior, predict what that behavior pattern is going to lead to, and build campaigns and build marketing campaigns that can support that and help scale an organization.
When you talk about these marketing campaigns, oftentimes businesses will have an in-house marketing team or media person, and that's great, but it's also a good idea for them to partner with somebody like you and your agency. Why?
Mm-hmm. We usually recommend, we work with companies between 1 million to 100 million in ARR. Pre 1 million, they're at a place where they're experimenting and, again, this is really specific to startups and SaaS products, but they're in a place where they're still testing their software. They're still testing the features, and, spending on an agency might not be worth it for them because it's going to cost too much based on what their run rate is. And then post 100 million, you want your marketing agency or marketing team to be a lot closer to your brand. So I always recommend our customers to start bringing in an in-house marketing team, like post 100 million. But in that sweet spot between 1 million and 100 million, we're able to come in with comparative data for other people in their, a similar vertical, similar space. That's an addition that most companies can't have in-house. Their marketing techs usually come from, something of a specific background. And as soon as they come into your organization, that's the only thing they're privy to. Another thing that, outside marketing agencies have, like ours, we have an R&D team. So they spend a lot of time trying to crack new algorithmic changes and stay on top of all those changes, which is a big part of marketing today because tech changes every day, and tech is the biggest tool that we use for marketing. And if you're not on top of how fast, Google or Facebook or YouTube changes their ad buying algorithm, what worked yesterday doesn't work today. So I think that's usually when a company needs to bring an outside agency. Once they've mastered their own value proposition for their own product or service, and they're looking for a team to come and use their experience to help them scale and build a formula for success.
What is one mistake that you believe customers make when they're trying to get their story out, whether it's through data analytics, placement, or even the content? What is the biggest mistake that you see that customers are making when they're trying to put that story out?
I think a big mistake, especially when it's a founder-led team, that I see, the biggest mistake I see them make is trying to force their assumptions to turn into facts. Assumptions are a good place to start, but once you have them, you need to be testing them against other assumptions and other data in the market. That's usually one of the biggest traps people fall into is, that bias that they bring to the table.
I love it. Perfect. And that is the right answer. Kanishka, it's been a pleasure having you on Media Champions. I hope you'll come back and be on the program again. We'd love to chat with you some more.
For sure. Thank you for having me.
You bet. And if you want to make the connect with Kanishka, let us do that for you. Go to dailyadbrief.com. Do come back for more Media Champions. We have a lot more to share with you. I'm Mary Treese in Atlanta. We'll see you then.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.